Cinema.
Welcome back to War with Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, your local metalhead, and with me is...
Part of the Collector, man, a.k.a. Nico Escapar. Fuck you, bro. I'm sorry, that's terrible. We're friends.
What?
Yeah,
what
tell
are we
them
doing?
the dog shit movie we made me watch. Color out of the lines.
What?
Color
Color
out
out
of-
of space.
Color out of space, right? Because it doesn't matter.
Yes, it
Doesn't
does.
really-
It
doesn't matter.
absolutely
Doesn't matter.
matters.
You told me this movie came from a short story. You
Yes.
even put it online, and so people saw it. It was an actual story.
H.P. Lovecraft,
And
the godfather of horror.
there's no fucking way that story was as bad as this fucking movie.
The story is kind of like an aftermath of this movie.
Yeah.
But this movie is like what happened. Because in the story, it's the sheriff going through and talking about what happened.
You almost ruined Nick Cage for me, bro.
Almost.
Almost.
So the reason I gave you this movie is because this movie made me miss War with Cinema.
Yeah.
This movie, I seen it online and I watched one video, and at the beginning of the video, he's like, "Do not watch this video if you have not seen this movie. You need to go into it fresh." And when people say stuff like that, I kind of want to do it. I want to
If
go.
you watched a fucking trailer for this, you would have never watched it.
I probably would have.
You might have. You might have.
Might have.
I'll give it to you. You might have.
So I told my wife, I'm like, there's this movie with Nick Cage. I don't know what it's about. I know it's based on an H.P. Lovecraft story, and I kind of want to see it.
You suckered your poor wife into that shit.
Yeah. So she's like, fine, put it on. We'll watch it. So I put it on.
Now, folks, I don't think you understand. He says they watched it. He bought this movie on fucking Blu-ray. When I say I own that shit on Blu-ray, that's my one of my catchphrases.
Yeah.
One of my mini catchphrases. You bought it on Blu-ray, Greg.
I did.
That's
Not only-
conviction.
That's not only that. I rented it on Vudu and then bought it on Blu-ray.
God, so you watched it twice on purpose and paid for it.
But-
Holy shit.
But anyway, we watched it, and I was like, God, this is going to be such a good movie for War with Cinema. And then it dawned on me,
We were
like,
on our hiatus.
we're on hiatus, and I don't know if we're coming back. And I'm like, this is why I miss War with Cinema, is movies like this, because this...
Hey, you miss fucking torturing me, bro. That's what it was.
Yep.
And then when I looked, because I'm like, all right, I'm going to give you this, bro. The first 15 minutes, I'm like, okay, I'm interested. You got me. Nick Cage is keeping me interested enough.
Mm-hmm.
And the kids, whatever. I like the little stoner son. Got his, I'm fucking with his vibes, Benny.
All right.
And
Benny lives in the well now.
so many great, terrible catchphrases.
My
in this
wife says
movie.
that all the time. She's like, I hate this movie, but that was a great one-liner.
Benny lives in the well now. Nick Cage has a couple of them in it. I don't think he's meaning to be funny, but they just come off hilarious.
It's Nick Cage, though.
Wow.
So, what's your thoughts on this movie?
This movie is a fucking acid trip, honestly. If
Yeah.
I was on some kind of psychedelic, the colors alone would have set you off into the fucking deep end.
Yeah, there's a fun fact. They use magenta, which isn't a real color out in the world. It's actually a trick on our mind. It takes two colors and blends them together in our mind so we see magenta.
Right.
So I guess that's why they picked it. But someone made a good point that this might be better in black and white because they're being attacked by a color, and
Only if the only color was that thing.
yeah.
Like if that stayed magenta or whatever, that would be cool.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been better. Not much better, but it would have been better.
Yeah, that would actually been, well, it kind of takes away from the mysterious part of it. But anyway,
There's not a lot of black and white movies I enjoy.
well, there's a movie called The Mist.
I've seen that.
It was supposed to be in black and white.
Yeah.
Um,
That movie probably would have been better in black and white.
Fury Road was supposed to be in black and white.
That would have been cool.
They have a release called Black and Silver
Really?
edition where it's in black and white. That's how he intended it, but the movie studios made him do it in color. So then he just went full color and just made it the most beautiful film.
The last black and white movie I watched on purpose was the Logan, the noir cut.
I didn't see that one.
I actually liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, James Mangold did a good job on it. Or it plays more like a Western when you watch it like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I guess it was,
I
yeah.
digged it because, like, I don't know. That's like old Frank Miller shit. Like
Mhm.
how he would have done a Wolverine movie,
Yeah.
Sin City and whatnot. But yeah, and if you'd have just left that's the only thing I wish they'd have like made the blood red, like in Sin City. That would have been cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, that wasn't bad. But Yeah, it's about a family. They lived in the city, and Nicolas Cage's dad dies, and I guess he, of course, was an asshole and abused his kid or whatever, but left him this fucking huge farm. And Nick Cage gets
An
the genius.
alpaca farm.
Yeah. No, I don't think the dad owned the alpacas.
No,
He's like, you know how much money we spent on these alpacas? Like, why the fuck would you buy alpacas for one?
Right.
But anyways, so yeah, they own alpacas, and the wife, she's been in a shit ton of movies. I can't think of her name right now, but I've seen her and stuff.
I guess we'll go through the list. So, director is
Richard Stanley,
which is important because he did that movie we talked about before called The Island of Dr. Moreau.
Oh yeah.
But this is his like comeback film for not doing films for a really long time.
They shouldn't have came back.
Nicolas Cage, Joel Richardson. That's who you're talking about.
Joel Richardson.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not bad. She's a good actress usually.
And then the little girl, Madeline, and then Elliot Knight.
She didn't do a bad job. Dude, Chong's cameo in this movie makes perfect sense and no fucking sense at all, bro.
So
I hate to say that, but rarely ever do you ever watch a movie and you're like, you know who was the best actor in that fucking movie? Tommy Chong.
I thought Nicolas Cage did a great job.
The whole time I watched this movie felt so bad for that man.
Did you?
How did you fall that far? This man was a Hollywood fucking star in blockbuster fucking movies. He's got hits for days, man. I could go on a Nick Cage marathon. That's how much I love some of his movies. And just the last probably 10 years, what happened, bro? How much money does he owe the IRS?
I think it's when he started getting into the comic book movies and they just started being dog shit and he's just...
Let's put it this way. Ghost Rider
yeah.
is a fucking Academy Award winning movie compared to this shit.
I don't feel that way.
Oh my God, bro.
Why did you hate it so much?
Why did I hate it so much? It's just like the movie had no fucking... you're guessing the whole fucking time. And then at the end, when you think you're finally going to get like... I mean, you get it. It's aliens or whatever. But like... I don't know. I'm expecting a fucking explanation. And then all of a sudden, it was like they threw in every sci-fi trope you could possibly fucking do, bro. Like the little girl's a fucking Wiccan and she's carving shit into her forehead and looks like the fucking last airbender. And the son's a nerd and likes the dinosaurs and he gets sucked. He's hearing the well people and shit. And then you got the other son
who's just
a fucking stoner. He's always having to take care of the alpacas. That kid got fucked the most out of this movie. Him and the wife. And then they do the alien thing, and somehow the kid and the mom are morphing together. That was fucking terrible. I had to watch Nick Cage shoot an alien baby child mixed hybrid in the fucking head. That was terrible. Yeah, I'm skipping around a bunch because you know what? Fuck that. This movie doesn't deserve a synopsis. You want the synopsis, you can read it.
Well, they're on the farm. They're trying to live outside of the city. A fucking meteor comes in.
Meteor hits the ground.
Right. And then this color starts torturing this family. And then they try to deal with it, I guess. And then the apocalypse on this little farm.
That was another thing, man. That shit went from 0 to 100 real fucking fast.
It did.
And I'm thinking, okay, so like this movie's like an hour and 20 minutes. Hour and 50, bro. What the fuck? That movie took off, and then it's just like when it had the foot pedal to the metal the whole time, and then in the ending, it was just like, what the fuck just happened? Like, I don't know. I just don't feel like it was. I don't know, man. It's not my type of movie. You know me. That's not my type of movie. I gave it an honest watch. I watched the whole fucking thing, and I tried to find little parts of it, that I enjoyed, but I didn't enjoy a lot about this one, man.
Yeah.
I'll put it this way. I haven't hated a movie you've given me this much since fucking Troll 2.
You hated it this much?
Yeah, bro. I almost asked for Troll 2 again before this one again. And I love Nick Cage so much, man, and that's what broke my heart, bro, because I was just like, this man is so hard up for money.
I felt like he did a good job because he was trying to be a decent father, but the color was turning him
he went fucking batshit crazy for
turning him into the person he didn't want to be, and he kept flip-flopping between the two. And I think Nick Cage did a great job of just like...
Well, he plays crazy better than almost anybody.
Exactly.
But like the only person that could have done this movie and probably did the same amount of good in it is like Joaquin Phoenix. Something like that, yeah.
But his he does have scenes that's kind of ridiculous. Like
Super
he's
fucking
trying to
ridiculous.
plant something,
Yeah.
and he's like, it still tastes like shit. And the way he throws him in the trash can was
Slam
like,
fucking dunk.
it's just ridiculous.
That I laughed at. Like I
Yeah.
said, there was a couple things. Or when he's like impersonating his father, get the fuck out of my face. Like, that was all right,
It's like those little Nicolas Cage quips
right.
that I like.
Exactly what it was. And then I just felt so bad for the man because I'm like, dude, you were a fucking star. Look at you now.
Yeah.
National Treasures 1 and 2, both great movies.
So I don't absolutely love this movie. It's not like my new favorite movie or anything like that. But I thought it was a fun play on horror. That's what I kind of got from it.
I got more of like a sci-fi thriller out of anything.
Yeah, it was a
Like,
sci-fi thriller horror, but I like new things, and I feel like horror is kind of stagnant right now.
Right.
They're kind of just doing the same thing over and over.
it's whatever's hot, ghosts or fucking possession or
Right, and then everyone falls in line.
Mm.
But this one, it was just so different. Aliens, which it's not your conventional alien, it's just a fucking color that's torturing this family, which I thought
the
was a
shit
little
with the
different.
alpacas was nasty as fuck.
It was fucking disgusting.
Oh yeah, dude, that was another terrible part, bro. You just watch Nick Cage going to fucking just in like I don't know where he went for that shit, but like he's just screaming and fucking alpaca blood's just hitting him in the face.
Yeah, so for some reason the color kind of like morphs things
Everything,
together,
yeah.
like living cells it morphs it into one. Because like in the truck, it was just a bunch of animals like smushed into
Yeah.
a fucking living turd.
The fucking dog did a good job in this movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Balto. This sheriff was fucking great too.
I
at
love
the
the
end,
sheriff,
the
yeah.
sheriff was hilarious. It happened, or he's like, you never know. Like, bitch, you going up to a house that's fucking painted like an acid trip. There's fucking weird shit going on. You can hear buzzing and fucking whatever else. You just saw a xenomorph fucking animal in the back of some redneck's fucking truck. First of all, that's another thing. Got to back up to that. Those two rednecks were way too fucking calm for what they just found.
They were.
Over by the old gardener's place. Look what we found. Like, bitch, what you like, dude? I'm going to the fucking cops right now. Like, frantic.
I thought
Sheriff. But it was just the craziest fucking movie, man.
And it was just different. That's why I liked it. It was something I've never seen before. But side note, if you knew anything about H.P. Lovecraft, he was apparently super racist.
Really?
So it brings the context of this movie a little dark. Apparently he was so racist that people back in the day, the early 1900s, was like, hey man, calm it down.
That bad, huh?
That's how racist this man was.
Is that like the underlying message in this? Is like
Yeah.
color is taking over
Yes.
everything and blending everything together? Oh, wow. That is weird.
Yeah.
That's
I
fucked
thought that was
up.
a fun little fact I kind of came across. I'm
That's
not
the only fact you need.
I know, right? I'm not proficient in H.P. Lovecraft. I know of him. I wanted to get into reading. Like, I hate that I don't read that much. But years ago, I bought the Call of Cthulhu and Other Weird Stories by H.P. Lovecraft because people said that he's a really good horror author and everything like that. Which,
You ever read Edgar Allan Poe?
yeah, I used to love Edgar Allan Poe back in the day, and
He's got a couple good ones.
that's what people were saying. Like, it's kind of the same thing, except this
Same
is short
vibes.
stories and not poems. And I have to be honest, I read a couple of those stories, and after I was done, like, I had chills because they scared me.
Yeah.
So, but that's really the extent of my knowledge with H.P. Lovecraft.
I think maybe that might have been the problem with this movie is like there's so much crazy shit going on that like it kind of has to be left up to the imagination of the page.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
That's
it's
what-
hard to put all of that into a visual.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's a very vague nihilist.
Yeah.
And so,
Oh yeah, you can tell whoever wrote this was definitely fucked. Like yeah,
well, this is like a reimagining of his story, so,
right.
but it's based on that story.
Yeah, I just remember after it was over, I was putting it back in the case to bring to you, and I looked at it, and there's another terrible, looks to be terrible Nick Cage movie advertisement. You know, know
Right.
how little ones have it, and I would have rather watched that one than this shit. Like,
Well, they're supposed to be turning it into a trilogy.
get the fuck out of here,
Not
bro.
like this movie, but like movies based off of H.P. Lovecraft stories.
Okay, I got you.
So it's going to be a trilogy, but not like this movie's extended.
I'll put it this way: I'm more excited to go see the Tiger King TV movie he's going to be playing in than this shit right here.
I am excited to see that.
I didn't watch the Netflix thing.
You
Everybody
didn't?
everybody just talked about it, and I kind of felt like I'm going to be on the hype train if I watch it now.
It's just documentary junk food. It doesn't. It won't.
Well, they
change
put
your
it out
life.
at the perfect fucking time during the
most
quarantine.
definitely.
Nobody could leave and shit. Like, why not just binge out on some dumb shit on Netflix? But yeah, a lot of people like that one, and I mean, even with this movie being as bad as I thought it was, I mean, Nick Cage can still act. Like,
Right.
he's the only thing that keeps you going. To
Yeah,
the end.
if he wasn't in it, I probably wouldn't like this movie as
You
much.
could make this movie with Steven Dorff or some shit like
Right.
that. Yeah. It's just crazy, man. Like I'm thinking all the great movies the whole time I'm watching it, and I'm just like, man, all the great movies you're in, bro.
Yeah, I remember watching Leaving Las Vegas when I was a kid and being
That's
like,
such a
"Fuck,
good
it's such a good
movie.
movie."
I can't believe that's his only Academy Award.
Yeah.
Like, that's shitty. He should have definitely got one for other movies.
Lord of War. That was.
Oh
a
my
great
god, I love fucking Lord of War.
One. Yep.
That's probably like top 3
Mhm.
Nick Cage movies right there.
Nobody talks about it though. Like
I don't
me
know
and
why.
me and my movie friends talk about it, but outside of that, nobody really talks about Lord of War.
And that was based on a true story.
Yep.
Like, that's dope. I like that. I love that fucking movie. I
Mhm.
might watch it tonight.
I actually did want to go back and do like a binge of some of his or all of his movies, really, because he has some stinkers too. Like back in the day, you can't say all his movies back
I
in the
mean,
day
they're
were
not
good.
all winners, but I mean,
Gone in 60 Seconds was great.
I fucking love that movie. I even like Angelina Jolie in that movie, and I
Mm-hmm.
can't stand her ass.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't
I
know
don't think
this. This
she's-
is new news to me.
She's not a great actress, like,
But
in my opinion.
I think she's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, she's great to look
When
at.
she's dolled up.
Not now. She's lost so much weight now. She looks terrible.
She is really skinny, but
Brad
that's
Pitt
Hollywood.
leaving her, he did that shit at the right time, right when the milk was going bad.
But I did really like Mr. and Mrs. Smith. Like I
The
feel
only
like it's
the only
almost-
reason that movie's watchable is because of the sexual tension, because they weren't together when that movie was made. That's the movie that made him leave Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah.
And her leave Billy Bob Thornton.
Right. That's what I hear.
So like that whole fight scene in the kitchen where you're just like getting a wood from all that fucking, you know what I'm saying?
That
Like,
sexual energy.
yeah, like you're just like, that's because it's so like, God, this is so believable. It's because they were really wanting to tear each other's clothes off like that. That's the only thing that makes that movie great.
I never thought about it like that, but yeah.
And Vince Vaughn's little 5 seconds, 5 little quips.
What happened to him? I haven't seen him in a hot minute.
He's fucking rich as shit. He doesn't have to do anything.
No.
anymore.
He did that one with a guy in jail.
Oh yeah, I never saw that.
I didn't
heard
either.
It was
I heard
bad,
it was.
though.
I heard it was good.
Did you? It was like bully or
I don't know.
felon or some shit like that. I don't
Some
know.
crazy shit. I was gonna watch it, and then I'm
He's
like,
bald in it though, right?
and he's like a hard ass, but I
Yeah.
can't see Vince Vaughn as a hard ass.
There's a
Like,
couple movies.
there's the only thing he has on him is being tall.
He's huge.
Yeah, he's tall as fuck, but that's
6'5", yeah.
But I don't feel like he could kick my. I mean, I shouldn't say that because if Vince Vaughn sees me, he's
Shows
gonna want
up
to
over
kiss my. Oh,
What's up,
oh,
guy? You said you kicked my ass.
That would be some shit. But
Oh,
you know what I
look up to
mean.
me when I'm talking to you.
But you know what I mean. He's just like he comes off as a softie.
Like a sweet guy, like a teddy bear.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I watched him in a movie called Clay Pigeons with him and Joaquin Phoenix,
I was gonna watch that. I didn't get around to it.
and he plays a serial killer in it. I think he plays Buffalo Bill or whatever,
Mhm.
something like that. It's been a while since I've seen it, but he's creepy as shit in that movie.
I believe it.
That
can
and
be a
Psycho,
creepy dude.
like those two movies, will make you be like, "Holy fuck,
Mm-hmm.
this guy could kill people."
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to slam my.
I
drink
love
like
him.
that.
I love Vince Vaughn.
No, I just like
he
was
hasn't.
trying to think.
He hasn't
of,
done a lot of good movies lately either, though.
Yeah.
Fred Claus is when it started going downhill for him, because he had some hits for a while. Fucking Breakup, Old School, Wedding Crashers. I fucking love Wedding Crashers. He couldn't lose. Dodgeball.
Yeah, he was. He was.
He was
very
killing it.
predominant in the comedy.
Oh, that one with him and Kevin James. It wasn't great, but it was okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know which one I watched of his last that I didn't think was terrible, even though I thought it was gonna suck? Milkman, where he ends up like donating sperm and they use it to make like 500 kids. There's like an accident at the lab and like 500 kids are his.
Oh, I heard about that. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it's a fucked up movie, but like it's not bad.
Yeah.
What's
So-
his name? Your boy from Parks and Rec,
Which one?
the one that plays Star-Lord, Chris Pratt.
Oh, Chris Pratt. Yeah.
He's in it. He plays his lawyer and like his best friend.
Worth it. Worth a watch just to see Chris Pratt.
Definitely. Yeah. He did a good job in it. But yeah, back to this.
So no more I know there's not a whole lot to say about this movie, but I just one of those that
It's one of those you have
I
to watch
gotta-
it to kind of like. It's hard for me to explain it because I don't even feel like I fully understand that shit.
it's honestly just an alien invasion movie that completely annihilates this family, and it's like that happened.
Oh yeah, and then like the last scene is the first of all, that was another thing that didn't make a lot of sense to me. This shit lands in the ground.
Mhm.
So wouldn't you call a geologist? They
Yeah,
called
but
a
they're in-
hydrologist, which I didn't even know was a real fucking thing. I thought it was just a marine biologist.
Yeah, but he
Like,
tested the water and it tasted funny, so something's happening.
yeah, don't drink it. And then Tommy Chong's like, oh well, I've been chugging this shit for years, so. But he knew about the aliens too.
hmm The thing that I liked about the aliens too is the way they invaded the family was they altered time, space, and reality, and I thought that was a cool little take on it. Like my
They're-
favorite part of this movie is when the girl was doing the dishes and time, like what 6 hours go by, and she felt like it was a minute. That was pretty crazy. I liked that.
The yeah, like I said, I feel like they tried to do too much with it almost. Like I said, they
Probably.
use so many sci-fi trips.
It
like
is a clusterfuck of a movie, but I think that's kind of the point.
the TV, the
Yeah.
radio, then there's the buzzing or whatever, the whistle or whatever the shit, and then like the girl's got her shit going on, and,
And then you have the little bug. for
yeah,
whatever
yeah, the
reason.
bugs, the fucking the cat, the dog. You never see the dog again. I felt bad for the dog. You don't get to see him,
Yeah.
but like I said, it just had so much going on, and then like I don't know, it's crazy. Even the horse got it. It was cool how they made the horse's eyes look though, when all that magenta was in it.
Oh yeah.
It just takes off. Second coolest horse I've ever seen, next to Fire Stallions, or whatever the fuck they're called. Shout out to Kroll.
Oh, nice Kroll reference.
I have no kingdom. Great movie.
Fire mares.
Fire Mares, that's it.
Is that it? Yeah.
I think that's
that sounds.
it.
That
Yeah.
sounds right.
Fire Mares of something something.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kroll. I'm gonna find you a Kroll t-shirt, bro.
Oh my god. Yes. I would wear that all the
I'll
time.
probably have to get it custom made because I'd be like, "What the fuck do you want?" The movie Kroll.
no,
Nobody's
it's a
ever heard of that.
huge like cult following, so you might be able to find one.
Maybe.
I'll
Have
get
to
a
look it
Kroll
up.
tattoo.
Will you?
Yeah.
You gonna get a fire maze going down your arm? So I'll totally go watch that. I'd be down to go see that. Just have it running. And
Yeah.
then just a trail of fire down your wrist.
Fuck yeah.
That'd be cool as shit.
And then people that recognize the reference are my new best friends because Kroll's amazing.
Yeah, me and like two other people maybe. Well, like you said, it's got a cult following, so maybe
Mhm.
more. I had never fucking heard of it before you gave it to me.
Well, that's another shout out to Mick. I realize a lot of my music influences movie influences come from that guy. So
Makes hilarious.
yeah.
It's my buddy. But so I better give a rating for it.
What do you rate Color Out of Space?
What did I give Trolls? Like a 0? Was there even a
I think
gradable?
you even gave it like a negative. I remember Pi because you're like, I know what I'm going to give it. Negative 3.14.
I forgot about Pi. I blocked that movie out. I hated it so much. But I'm gonna be fair, just because of my love. Somehow my love for Nick Cage pulled through this one. So I said it's like I'm watching this movie and like I even told her because she's got her headphones in, she's doing her thing, and I tapped her and I was like, "Why does Greg want me to hate Nick Cage? I fucking love Nick Cage. Why is he doing this to me? Fuck Con Air, man." But I'm gonna give it a 3.
Face Off.
The Rock. I love The Rock.
I actually don't like that movie that much.
Yeah, it's like Sean Connery. I feel like you either love or hate him.
I love Sean Connery. It's just something about that movie that I just don't. It rubs me the wrong way, and I don't like it.
I love that when they shoots that guy and the air conditioner falls on his head and his fucking foot's twitching, and Nick Cage is like trying to disarm the bomb, and he's like, "Is that supposed to be happening?" Kind of fucking with my concentration. What do you want me to do? Shoot him again?
That was a pretty good impression. I like that.
Oh, Sean Connery. Yeah. I used to love his James Bond movies, man. Like all the James Bond movies I have like a couple of the Daniel Craig and one. I have GoldenEye from British Brosnan because I love that movie just because of the game and shit. But yeah, I own all the Sean Connery James Bonds.
He'll always be cemented in my mind as a dragon.
As I love that movie.
Yeah. Don't rewatch it.
Yeah, I keep it in my heart.
Don't
yeah.
rewatch it. It'll ruin.
I have to
the
space
experience.
jam it. It'll kill me.
Yeah, exactly. Because I watched the trailer because I was like, babe, just watch the trailer, and if you don't like it, we won't watch it.
It's like you shit on Rain of Fire, bro. I love Rain of Fire.
I didn't watch it.
You didn't?
You were gonna give it to me, but
Yeah. I got.
you were gonna put it on the list because I have dragons. I have dragon tattoos, so
Yeah, bro. This is all dragon porn right here, man.
I'm down.
I think you'll get a kick out of it. I remember going to see that shit in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I was cleaning one at the time.
Well, I heard it was really bad, and I didn't want to lose.
You know,
dragons.
I watched the behind the scenes on it because I told you I found it at the flea market. I bought it for $1, and I just was so shocked that I found it on DVD. I was like, I'm buying this shit.
Yeah,
like,
there's certain movies you gotta buy if you see.
for sure.
I
bought The Cowboy Way last week. I love that fucking movie.
I fucking love that movie.
Dude, for real?
Yes.
I would never have guessed, bro. I love that fucking movie,
I
man.
love that movie because my wife, Kendra, was talking about how much she likes
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson, and I'm like, have you seen The Cowboy Way?
That's like
Because
top 5 greatest Woody Harrelson movies.
top 1. It's my favorite Woody
Really?
Harrelson film.
You like that better than Natural Born Killers?
Yeah,
Wow.
because I feel it like that's his
Nah,
comedic style.
I love White Man Can't Jump, man. That's my favorite. I love that fucking movie.
That's fair. But my dad had it, and we watched it when I was a kid, and I love The Cowboy Way.
It's a great fucking movie,
It's
man.
fucking fantastic.
And I'm not a huge Kiefer Sutherland fan, but he kills that shit.
Mhm.
Like, yeah, that's just a good movie, man. I might watch that shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I just bought it. I was so excited because I've never seen that shit on DVD. And
I haven't either. I rented it on Vudu or something.
It was one of those. I was just like, holy shit, The Cowboy Way. I'm buying this.
Yes.
I, think I
would
got
buy
it for like
too.
50 cents too. Hell, a good deal on it.
As far as like westerns go, that's one I don't have that I need. It's not really a western, but it kind of like
It's just a great movie, man. It's a cowboy movie.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that movie.
I give this a stream it, especially if you're into horror. If you're in the horror genre, definitely rent it. But if you're not really into horror, stream it if you find it on like Netflix or whatever, because it's worth a watch at least just for the experience.
Yeah, like I said, there was movies I've hated more than this. So
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not like, I don't know. I think it pissed me off so much just because of how much I do love Nick Cage, and like just to see like where he's at now. Like, God, bro, the IRS
This
is
isn't
raping
the worst
you.
thing he's done lately.
No,
so,
no, but I'm telling you, I'd rather watch fucking Wicker Man again.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's the shitty thing about it. Like, he's done like a shit ton of B movies, and you couldn't give me any of them. Like, there was one that I kind of wanted to watch. He plays like a fucking gangster or whatever, like a bookie or a little mob boss or something. I was like, fuck, I might go watch that. And then dude I worked with saw it, and he said it was fucking terrible. And then he did the one 211 where he's like a cop, and I'm like, oh man, dude, you just can't pick up a good movie anymore, can you? There's like a skit on it on College Humor or a Pete Holmes show, one of them where he's just like fucking Nick Cage can't turn down a movie role. He's like, you're playing Hitler's best friend. No, I love it. Let's do it. And the guy they got doing it does the best Nick Cage impression. It's great. You got to look that up, bro. You'd love that.
I'll have to check it
It's
out.
hilarious. Yeah, he's like, you play a queef. Sign me up. That's hilarious, dude. Like,
Really though, that's what we were talking about before. He's kind of in it for a paycheck these days. I don't feel like his heart's, and this is like the one movie that I saw. I felt like he was really trying because he's jumping between these two characters.
that's the fucked up thing about it. You would think that he's only in it for the paycheck, bro. But like, I watched a thing that I think it was IMBD did, but it was like they do it with a bunch of big actors. It's like their most memorable roles or
Right.
movies that they enjoyed being in. And every now and then, usually every actor picks like one or two movies that we, the fans, didn't really like, but they were like, I love this movie. This was my passion project. I don't care if y'all hated it. I'm glad I was in it. And like, I was really surprised at the movies that Nick Cage picked for himself. Like, there were movies that I was like, man, that movie sucked ass, but he loved it.
Really?
I was fully committed. Like, you know, I really wish that the movie would have done better. You know, shit like that. Like, I really thought when we were making it, we were doing something good. And I was
That's why, like, a part of me loves Nick Cage because I feel like his heart's in it. For the most part, Like, I know he's picking shitty movies, but even the shittiest movie, I feel like he's trying.
He's bringing what he can to it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I know you got Nick Cage at a discount, but I'm still going to give you the best Nick Cage I can be.
Right. And that's why, like, he holds a special place in my heart, because...
We always got the hits, bro.
Right.
Directors out there, I know that y'all don't know who we are, but if you stumble across this, give Nick Cage a chance again, man. Let him get back in a big time movie.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that. Like, fuck, they made Don Johnson come back, bro. People haven't cared about his ass in 30 years. He shows up at Django for 5 minutes. All of a sudden, he's got a career again. Like, they could do that with Nick.
Yeah.
Tarantino needs to give him a role or something.
Yeah.
Sam Jackson's 75.
I'm sitting here trying to think, like, well, I don't know if the superhero hype is over, but
It's getting there. People are getting
I think
a
it's
little
on the
burnout
decline.
on it. Yeah, people are getting a little burnout on it.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's unless it's a character they haven't seen before. Yeah, because like after Avengers Endgame, it was kind of like
I think that was the
we blew
peak.
our superhero load.
Yep.
Yeah.
You'd have to do like a Guardians of the Galaxy, bring some obscure characters out of the woodworks, and
Well, they're
make an
saying
interesting
that,
movie about it.
James Gunn says it's on the list. That's the movie he's doing next.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of, so I got a little bit more information on the Snyder Cut, and apparently it's like because they don't have all the footage that he needed for his cut, so they're kind of redoing it somewhat or whatever. They're giving him a little bit of money, so it's not like
A little bit. They're giving him like $50 million.
Are they really?
Yeah, and that's with no actors coming back.
That's
just
what
voiceovers.
Yeah.
That's all
So he might change some things. So it's not the official Snyder Cut. It's just like what it might have been kind of thing. That's kind of disappointing because it's not the original what it was.
I think they got enough of it though. They'll give us something different.
Do you think he's going to keep it the same, like true to what he wanted it to be, or do you think it's going to change a lot?
At this point, bro, that's all he's got. As far as with this, like, why else would you have fought so long and so hard to want to do this if you weren't gonna give it the best shot at what you wanted it to be?
Yeah.
Because he says that he's got just hours of fucking footage and scenes, and it's just couldn't get Warner Brothers to give him the fucking money to do it.
Yeah.
And now that they're giving him the money, he's literally in the lab in his basement putting that bitch together piece by piece. He's got a whole fucking year before they release this shit. Which I gotta buy HBO Max now. Fuck.
I know, right? So I told the wife, I was like, I'm gonna buy it just for the Snyder Cut, watch it, and then cancel it immediately because I do not care about
Unless
HBO
I love it,
Max.
and then I'm gonna keep it. And just
I'm
keep,
sure it'll
keep
come
watching
out
it.
on a release and you can buy it.
They're saying it's only gonna be HBO Max. That's why.
I don't like where this. I know it's the times and
fucking pandemic, bro.
Times are changing, but I miss buying physical media.
You know what the worst part of it is, though, dude? Is these fucking kids movies they're releasing at home, because that's really all they've released new, or like movies that were on the, like maybe they were going to be in a couple theaters, maybe they weren't.
Dude, the Troll made so much money. The
Exactly.
Troll movie,
Troll 2, bank. That fucking Scooby Doo movie,
it made a lot of money.
bank. What was the other one? There's another fucking kid movie that
I don't
that my
know, but
kids
they're making
watched.
bank because kids are at home and
Parents just want a fucking break.
yeah, it's like, here, put this on.
Shut the fuck up for a minute.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, I like Trolls 2. It was cute, you know. I didn't like it as much as the first one, but it was different, you know.
I didn't watch them, but you have kids, so.
Yeah, exactly. I've seen all that shit.
Yeah.
I didn't get to watch Scoob. I fell asleep on that one. But
I heard it wasn't like anything too.
I'm
brag
trying to think
about.
of the last cartoon I saw that I just loved.
Mine was probably Kubo.
I never watched it.
I know, it's on your list.
I never watched it.
Kubo and the Two Strings is a really, really great movie. The last animated movie, well, it's
Somebody
stop
told me
motion.
it's like yeah.
It's stop motion, but I still consider it an animated movie.
Right.
Like, it's a kid's movie.
Right.
It's the last one that I watched that one was really great.
It's based off of like a manga or something, isn't it? Or some
don't
kind
know.
of old story.
I don't
or
know
some
a whole
shit.
lot about it. I just know I love the movie.
Yeah, I always wanted to watch that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one and that 9 movie. I never watched it either.
I like it, but I don't love it.
What's his name? It was
Tim
like
Burton gave his thumbs up, so it's kind of like Martin Scorsese and the Family movie, same thing.
right. You know what movie I just watched the other day?
Hmm.
The Irishman.
Again?
I love it.
I need to rewatch
I love it and all of its flaws.
I'm not going to lie. It's so long. It's the hardest movie to get through.
You know me, bro. I'm mob porn. Like, I love that shit.
I love it too, but 4 hours is like
I ain't gonna lie. They could have cut easily an hour and a half out of the fucking movie.
easily. And that's the thing I kind of have against Martin Scorsese is he wants to keep every second in the movie, and I get it. I really do. I really get it. But 4 hours is a long time.
You know what I think it was more than anything? I think it was like his swan song. Like, I don't see him coming out with any more shit.
You're completely right. I think
And
so too.
he's not going to get a chance. It was probably his last time getting to work with De Niro, and he never got to work with Pacino. He wanted to do that.
And he got
Pesci. Got Pesci off the fucking couch. Like, yeah, I love it just because, it's great, because that's the kind of parts I grew up watching these guys play.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Robert De Niro can't act other shit. He play any part he wants.
Right.
Joe Pesci, on the other hand, this is kind of his alley. Like, this is, other than Home Alone and
I was about to say that.
other than Home Alone and Gone Fishing, like,
but even Home Alone, he's still playing like a fucking mobster gangster. So
like a robbery, yeah. And even that movie, The Super, which I like that movie. He plays kind of a fucking dickhead, like, asshole in that one too. Oh shit, he was in Lethal Weapon too. Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to get. I bought the Lethal Weapon like pack.
Yeah.
I'm trying so hard to get my wife to watch them, but she's like, she hates.
You should let her watch every one but the last one.
Yeah.
I didn't really like 4.
Really?
No. Jet Li couldn't even speak English in that fucking movie. And I felt like Chris Rock was just kind of forced. Like, you didn't need Chris Rock in there. Like, we already got one funny guy. That's Pesci. Like, we don't need the second one. Like,
Right.
But I don't feel like he gave anything to the movie that was like.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Okay.
I need to rewatch though. I've been wanting to rewatch them anyway. There's a lot of movies I've been wanting to rewatch, but there's so much coming out. Well, not coming out now, but you know what I mean.
And Netflix has stepped up their fucking game, man. They got the rights to a bunch of movies they didn't have before. I
Like
watched
what?
all the Back to the Futures the other day.
Oh, I noticed they were on there. I thought that was strange.
What did we watch? It's a stupid fucking movie, but me and my wife enjoy it. We watched it together. Failure to Launch with McConaughey.
Wife got me to watch that. She likes it a lot.
It's not the greatest movie, but like it's got
It's
some
a cute
funny shit in
little
it.
movie.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little rom-com action.
Yeah.
Matthew McConaughey, dude, if you think about it, like he did that shit for a while.
Oh, he
Had Sahara with the chick, and then he had
How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
I love that movie, but
I do too.
I hate it, but I love it. We should have put that in Guilty Pleasures.
I was thinking about it, but I genuinely enjoy that movie. Like, it's
I
not
own
even
it.
a guilty pleasure.
I fucking own it, bro. I'll tell anybody that shit. Yeah, I love that movie, bro. Fuck you.
like Grease is one that I don't tell people on purpose.
Right. There's a couple I had on that list that I was like, I can't believe I said that shit.
That was the point.
I should have took that shit to the grave with me. Like,
Well, I had to get it off my chest because there's a lot of people that didn't know that I liked Grease as much as I do.
you just had to get that out to the
I
world.
just had to get it out to the world. Just put it out in the universe. Like, even if nobody watches that video,
It's
at
like
least
a
it's
boulder's
out
been
there.
lifted off my chest.
Right.
Like, I love fucking Grace. Well, I know this episode's running long, but
Not really.
no, it's
We're
not.
at 45 minutes. We
Oh, that ain't
usually do
shit.
an hour.
Yeah, that ain't shit. But
I figured the next list we do, I was talking to a dude at work and he's like, "What are your top 10 favorite movies?" And this was fucking difficult.
it's hard to narrow it down to 10. 10, yeah.
Like I was thinking 25, 20 I could
Yeah.
probably do, but 10 is really difficult.
That's hard. That would be really hard.
So I was thinking like maybe one day we can do a top 25 favorite movies of all time.
I had a lot of fucking fun doing the Guilty Pleasures one, bro. I
Right.
think we should do it like we do my movie, your movie, or your movie, my movie, and then we do an episode just like something like that.
Oh, I'm
Either a movie we both have seen and we just want to fucking geek over it,
Yeah.
or a movie that we both seen and I love it or you hate it.
Well,
or
that's
you
kind
hate
of
it, I love
why
it.
I'm kind of revamping War with Cinema to open it up to whatever we feel like talking about.
Yeah.
Like if we come in and I want to talk about Sucker Punch, we've both seen it, but whatever, I want to nerd out on it a little bit.
Yeah, that's
Same
fine.
for you. If there's a movie you're like,
Definitely.
dude, I want to talk about this movie, I'm like, fuck it, let's do it.
Definitely. I want to watch Birds of Prey again so we could talk about it.
Yeah, we need to because I wanted to like it so much more than I did.
I loved it, but like I feel like when I watch it again, I won't love it as much
Yeah, it was
because
definitely.
I'll start paying attention to more shit.
Just Margot Robbie did such a good job, and everyone else dropped the ball.
She killed it. She always kills it as Martin.
She did such a good job. That was the part that was having me like holding on, like, Margot Robbie, you're carrying this film.
I felt like if they would have maybe just did the Birds of Prey without her, like if they would have just done a Birds of Prey movie,
It would have fell flat on its face.
and I was gonna say maybe, but that's the thing about it though. It's shitty. It's like those girls didn't. I felt like those girls didn't do a bad job, but it was just like they were shoving Harley Quinn down your throat so hard that it was like
they should have picked one or the other.
Exactly. They either do a Harley solo or you do the Birds of Prey. Don't.
Right.
She's not even in the fucking comics. Like, it made no sense her being in that movie. But like, we just want to see more Harley Quinn, and we want to see her playing Harley Quinn. That's why I'm really excited about the Suicide Squad. I think hopefully she's in the motherfucker a lot. Like, she doesn't just get clipped in the first 5 minutes.
Right.
But
I hope so too, because I want to see that character back again in a good movie.
I was really pissed. The only couple people that I really loved in the original Suicide Squad that didn't make it for the sequel was, of course, Will Smith's Deadshot. I thought he did a good job in that.
He did.
And I wanted to see Diablo again, man.
You like Diablo?
I liked him, and I liked Killer Croc. I thought Killer Croc was one of the best parts of that movie.
Yeah, I really liked Killer Croc, but
now they're doing King Shark, so I don't know about that.
Oh my god, I just got fucking Street Sharks in my head.
Oh, dude, it's exactly what I'm picturing, bro. That is exactly what I'm picturing. I watched the first episode of that on YouTube like a month ago.
Yeah.
Forgot how terrible it was, but like when I was a kid, fucking Street Sharks.
You know,
it's great.
That happened to me. Darkwing Duck, did you ever watch that?
I fucking love Darkwing Duck, man.
I tried rewatching it, I'm like, oh, this is bad.
Oh, dude, I still watch it with the kids, bro.
Do you?
DuckTales, all that shit, man. Goof Troop.
It was not as good as I remembered it.
Oh, I mean, it never is, but like Disney Plus is like bringing my childhood back, dude.
You know how fucking pissed I was? We talked about Five Goes West and it's not on there.
Oh, that blows.
I was.
You know what? It's
pissed.
an MGM movie. I just remembered
I thought
that.
It was Disney.
I thought it was too, but it's not. It's MGM because I remember the big logo they used to, the lion or whatever.
I'm gonna have to rent it. I'm fucking because.
You find that shit on DVD, bro, I'll buy it. Like, fuck, dude. I haven't seen those. I used to have them bitches on VHS. That's how long ago
I
it
had
was.
a shit ton of shit on VHS.
Yeah, that's
our
A-track.
Demon Knight.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about that one day. I have a special edition Demon Knight Blu-ray in my Amazon cart that I'm waiting for my wife to not get pissed for me to buy.
I don't know. Normally, I say, you're a grown man, dude. You spend your money on what you want. But that, she might be right. She might be right.
Because we rented it and we watched it. She's like, God, would you please stop making me watch these shitty movies? I'm like, this is my childhood.
I'm surprised she didn't throw something at you after watching this one.
Yeah,
honestly.
She really didn't like it. She did
when
not.
When you gave me the fucking movie, she said, you're going to fucking hate it. I was like, well, thanks, Kendra. That's going to help. Like, that's making me want to watch this so much.
Yeah, you and her have a really similar taste in movies. For the most part, there's some that you've given us that she's like, why does Nick hate us?
Bro, you like, dude, some of the movies I've given you, like, I don't love them like they're my favorites, but like, I enjoy them.
Right.
And I was like, me and him have the same kind of humor. You know what I mean? Like, Miss March was the one that I really thought, like, hey, he might like this one. And you fucking hated that.
I hate that
Same thing with
movie.
Vacation. I thought you'd like Vacation, bro. Because I love Vacation.
I don't love it, but, like, if I rewatched it, I could kind of, like, have some fun with it. But that was one of our, like, earlier episodes.
Yeah.
So
I think it was our second one.
I think so.
Yeah, because I think we did...
Enemy.
Yeah.
And then Vacation.
No, we didn't. No, the first one, we did the introduction episode.
Right.
And then we did Vacation, and was it Enemy with it?
Yeah, it was Enemy was my... Which I shouldn't have pulled out so early.
It was The Room. Or not The Room, the fucking... Nothing.
No, Nothing was later.
It wasn't Vacation and Nothing? I could have swore that was the first one. Because that was when we were doing two movies in one, wasn't it? Or
I
was
remember
it just back to back?
I remember Enemy was the first one because I did like 3 pages of notes on this movie because I wanted to talk about it so much.
You loved it so much. Yeah.
And then I realized that was like not the way to go about it.
I just want to know who hurt you, bro. Because some of your movie choices, it's just like, well, why would you even put yourself through this?
Dude, I don't know what it is.
Did you just like watch Schindler's List for a good cry? Like,
I have the special edition.
Do you?
Yeah.
Liam Neeson's a good actor because you hate him in that fucking movie so easily. You hate him in that movie.
You want to know a secret?
What?
I bought it because I haven't seen it.
Really?
I have it on my shelf.
It's
Special
one of those
edition
movies.
Schindler List.
It's one of those movies like you can only watch it once because it's so fucking depressing.
Yeah,
Like
the boy in the striped pajamas.
exactly, just exactly like that, dude. Exactly like that.
Before I forget, the Disaster Artist is
Oh,
on
yeah.
Netflix.
Is it?
They just put it on Netflix. So if you want to talk about it on the recent episodes, we can knock that out.
All right, bro.
I know you gave me one already. What is it?
Last Man Standing. That's what I just wanted to tell you. And this is a little fuck you payback
Really?
for this because I love this fucking movie, but you know how much I love Bruce Willis.
I was gonna say it's early Bruce Willis, so I
And
might
I
like
love
it.
Hudson Hawk, and you hated that. So
I did kind of hate Hudson Hawk.
You know what's the greatest part about this movie?
What?
Not only is it a fucking gangster shoot 'em up movie in the West, Bruce Willis narrates it.
Oh fuck.
Yes.
Have you seen Shoot 'Em Up?
Yes. Terrible.
I think about what?
Terrible movie.
No, it's not.
There's no plot.
No, it's not. It's not a great movie.
I love Paul Giamatti in it.
Yeah, it's great.
He's great in that movie.
It is not a good movie, but it is seriously just. I would say a guilty pleasure, but I don't care who knows it. I guess it is a guilty pleasure because it's a shitty movie, and
I have the
indulge in
poster
it.
to it somewhere if you want it.
Do you really?
I do if you
I'll
want
fucking hang it up back here.
it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I got that in like Saw 3.
Why do you have Saw 3? Why? I noticed that about Saw. Like its later ones are more praised than the first one, which is the only good one.
It's the best one. I don't know. I own like 4 of them. I have Saw 1, 2, and 6.
Like I understand if people are like, I just like the kills. I completely
That's
get
exactly what it was.
it. But do not tell me they are good movies. 'Cause
No,
they're
no,
not.
no, God, no. The first one is a good movie.
Yeah. That's what
Because
I'm
you don't
saying.
see that shit coming. And then when you go back and watch it to this day, you're still like, let's see if I can see this motherfucker breathing. or
Right.
something.
Right.
Like, move, fucking
I know.
fart, something.
I seen somebody online like I guessed it from the first scene of the movie that it was him. I'm like, you made a guess and you were right. That doesn't mean
I
you
feel
figured
like-
the movie
I
out.
feel like shit because I can't remember the guy's fucking name, but the dude that plays Saw,
Right.
his voice haunts me to this day. Oh, yes, there will be blood. Like, oh my God, bro. Yeah, that movie's fucking awesome. The first one,
Yeah,
classic.
I
Bro.
love it. It's in my. If
And
we
it
do it,
costs so cheap to make, bro. I think they made the movie for like $100,000.
dude, that skyrocketed their careers. Like,
Yeah.
what's his name is a well-known director in the horror genre because of that movie.
Yeah, he acted it. He was the other guy in the fucking room, not
no.
Carrie Hart or Young or whatever his name is. Yeah, I hadn't seen that guy in for fucking ever.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean? Since Robin Hood Men in Tights and shit. Oh, no, Liar, Liar. He played the guy. The claw's gonna get you, Jerry or whatever.
Didn't he?
I love that fucking movie.
We did a Jim Carrey binge not too long ago, and it was so worth it.
Oh, yeah, Jim Carrey's
I
a
think it's
fucking
because you gave
treasure.
us 23, and I'm like, I want to watch good Jim Carrey.
As long as you didn't watch Spotless Mind, you're good, dude.
Fuck you. This is a good movie.
You're the only person that loves that movie, bro.
We're
And
gonna-
Jim Carrey.
We're gonna talk about it one day, so I hope you're ready for it.
I just like, I don't know if I wanted to put myself through that to watch it again.
You're gonna have to because we're gonna talk about it.
I'd rather watch Once Bitten by James Carrey than watch that. Yeah, you don't even know about that shit.
No,
movie,
I
do you?
don't. You really hate Spotless Mind that much?
It's just not my movie, bro. You know me.
I love that movie. It holds a special place in my heart.
23 is about as most mind-bending Jim Carrey I like to get into.
Yeah, I guess.
I probably, if I really thought about it, there's probably only like five Jim Carrey movies I don't like generally don't like, and it's Man on the Moon, Truman Show. I didn't like Truman Show.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Who hurt you?
Spotless Mind. What was another one? The Cable Guy grew on me. I didn't used to like that one at all, but that
What's
one
funny
kinda
is it's
grew on
kind
me.
of gone in the opposite direction for me because I've loved the Cable Guy when I was little, and I watch it now and I'm like, this is kind of weird. Like, I'm not sure if I like this as much as I used to, but
That makes sense.
yeah,
And then what was the other one?
definitely not The Mask because that's one of his greatest.
No, I love The Mask.
I watched that recently, and that shit holds up.
It'll come to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm sure there's one more out there. I
Yeah,
don't
Man
know.
on the Moon.
Oh, Mr. Popper's Penguins.
I didn't watch that.
Yeah, you should.
I was kind of scared too.
I only watched it because I worked there.
Yeah.
Went in there to take a nap. Ended up staying awake and watching it. It was fucking garbage.
I believe it. That's the one that I kind of dodged on purpose.
But like that's what I'm saying. And that man's been around for 30 years, and there are only barely 5 movies I can name that I don't like.
Oh yeah, he's one of the goats.
Some of those people are very. I feel like it's like Bruce Willis. You either love him or hate him. Some people love Jim Carrey, and some people just hate him.
I
him
don't
so
know
much.
anybody that hates Jim Carrey.
My mother does.
Does she?
Yeah, she's like, he's such an over actor. Like, I just don't care.
Yeah, it's kind of the point. Like,
It's his thing. It's
yeah,
like his
he's
style.
overdoing it on purpose.
Ace Ventura is fucking fantastic.
It is. I watched that recently too, and it holds up.
Oh yeah. Dan Marino.
Still funny.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Still funny.
You know what my
30
favorite?
years later.
You know what one of my favorite Jim Carrey movies is? It's not like a big one. Yes Man.
I actually really do.
I
Like that
love
movie.
fucking Yes Man.
But I hate Zoe Deschanel.
Yeah, she's not great.
She
She's not a
kind of
great
annoys
actress.
me. I like her in
She's good in that movie.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy,
Yeah, she's good in that
but
too.
that's really it. Like, she kind of annoys me as an actress.
That was a movie I thought I'd hate, but I actually liked.
Hmm. That's my brother's like favorite movie. I
Really?
got him a little Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy like thumb to put on the back of his car.
Oh, that's cool.
Actually, he got a new car. I need to get him a new one to put on there.
You don't think he transferred cars? Or was it a sticker or a magnet?
Sticker.
Oh yeah, he didn't transfer that over.
Nope.
I don't think it's possible after that long.
Probably not. But that's my brother's favorite movie, and I like her in it. She's fine because it matches her character, but her in literally anything else, I
feel
can't
like she's
stand.
the new girl and everything.
Yep.
You know, the show, The New Girl.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel like that's what she is in everything now.
I just hate the whole like, look how nerdy I am because I'm a girl.
She is actually great in that Failure to Launch. I watched her in that the other day.
Yeah.
And I thought about it. I was like, I don't really like you, but I like you in this.
She might be good, like cameos.
That's what it is, bro. You don't want to see her as the main
No, I
chick.
do not want to see
She's
her
a
as-
good like friend. She plays a good
Yeah.
friend, you know, sidekick. So she's like the Michael Cera chicks. Yeah.
Speaking of, I was just thinking of Scott Pilgrim, the girl. She played in
The one that played his love interest in that? Ramona?
no, the bartender.
Bartender.
Or no, the coffee, the barista.
Oh, yeah.
What's her name? You know who I'm talking about. She was in
Yeah.
Parks and Rec.
Oh, fuck.
But she kind of played the same kind of character, like,
She's so sexy, though.
is she?
The other one? The one from Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'd bang the shit out of her.
I mean, she is, but I never thought about her like that.
Aubrey?
Yep. That's
Aubrey
it.
Day?
God.
Is that it?
Audrey.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Aubrey Day, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's sexy as shit. Yeah.
But I liked how she kind of played the same character, but when she was in Scott Pilgrim, she just went.
You know what
crazy.
movie she's fucking great in? Mike and Dave Need Wedding Dates.
Oh,
She kills it in that.
oh, fuck! What was the name of that movie? So she plays a creepy stalker where she tries to be this girl's like best friend. She meets her on like Instagram or whatever. Have you seen this movie?
Is it like Unfriended?
Aubrey Plaza. That's what her name
Plaza. Yeah, you got it.
is.
Is it like Unfriended?
Is it?
I remember one called that. I don't know if she's in it or not.
Did you watch it?
Nah.
Dude, you gotta watch this movie. It's fucking weird.
She's the stalker?
Yes. She
She would do that too well.
exactly.
Yeah, she would do that too well.
She does it way too well, and you like really feel bad for this girl because
Does she have glasses in it?
I don't know. I don't remember if I'm being honest. Wow, I don't see it on here.
She's good in Dirty Grandpa too.
Ingrid Goes West.
I've never heard of that.
You've never heard of this?
Never.
Watch it seriously. Ingrid Goes West. So she finds this this online influencer girl, and she tries to be her friend, but she becomes a stalker, and she tries to like fit in with this like crowd, but she comes off super creepy. She's like living in this fancy house with like the only thing she has is like a blanket for a bed, but she's still putting on this show of her living this glorious life. Dude, it's a great movie. It's super creepy.
I have to watch that.
You definitely have to watch it. Me and my wife put it on just for like a whatever movie, and we were like, fuck, this is a creepy movie.
You know what movie I've been really meaning to watch and I haven't is that new one with Chris Hemsworth. They say it's like just straight pure action the whole fucking time.
Oh, yeah.
Extraction.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about the other one that...
Nah, everybody's telling me they love that shit though. Extraction.
Yeah, I heard it was a great movie. I haven't had a chance to watch it yet.
You know another good movie Chris Hemsworth's in that he's not Thor.
Most?
What?
Most of his movies, he's good.
Think so?
Yep.
Cabin in the Woods is dog shit.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, the fuck it's
Nah,
not.
nah, it definitely is. You like that fucking movie, bro?
You don't?
That movie sucks so much ass. Like
Are we talking about the same?
Cabin in the Woods, where he rides a fucking dirt bike into a fucking laser fence or whatever.
You did not like this
That
movie.
movie sucked so much ass, bro.
It's going on more talking about it movie.
We could do that. I'll trash that movie 7 days a fucking week.
Fucking love that movie. How do you not like that movie? You do realize it's a parody of horror movies, right?
And I just realized it's a terrible fucking movie.
It's making fun of horror movies. That's what's great about
The
it.
the only kind of funny shit was the two dudes in the fucking control room.
You have to rewatch this.
I feel like I like watching it enough the first time, like, but I'll go back for it for you, bro. Like, if you want it, yeah, I'll do it. But yeah, man, I hope you love Last Man Standing because I do.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
Maybe.
Christopher Walken's in it, bro.
Is it? Well, there you go. It's selling point.
They're talking to my guy all wrong. It's the wrong tone. I can't do a Walken impression. I've always wanted one.
Yeah.
But I can't
Just
do it.
practice it a little because he's great.
I don't know if this is like a thing, but like if you look it up on YouTube, Asian guys impersonating Christopher Walken. Asian guys can impersonate Christopher Walken better than anybody else, bro.
That's weird. Like,
It's
I never
super
would-
weird. And you know why I found out about it? From fucking Tosh.0. Because it was like a clip on there and it was
Right.
fucking hilarious. I still watch it. Like, it's hilarious, bro.
I'll have to check it out.
These Asian dudes, they kill it. It's like if you close your eyes, you think he's standing there in front of you. They were doing the lines and everything.
That's a weird like one to impersonate, but shit, if you're gonna do it,
Cause there's some like famous people I don't feel like I do a terrible job doing, but
most impressions I
it's like
hear from you are actually pretty decent.
a little bit. I
It's
love
mostly
De
the
Niro.
face on that one. You get his face perfect.
Yeah, you got to. It's De
Um,
Niro. Look at the size of the trunk. Put 4 or 5 bodies in there. I need to watch that again. Analyze this. I love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were doing a Robert De Niro, but we kind of trailed off marathon because he
You
has
realize
a lot of movies.
you never realize how many fucking movies that guy's done until you look at his shit on a list. Like,
The dude has not stopped working.
no. And I think he's like fucking 70 something
Yeah.
now. He's still killing it.
He's
Like I
a lot
said,
of
I like
movies.
The Irishman, but they could have cut a lot off.
They could have, and I heard there's things online where you can like have stopping points to make it more like a.
That's what somebody told me. They did it like a mini series, and they said
Yeah.
they liked it a lot better.
Yep. I think I might try that. Like have like stopping points to break it up because 4 hours. I don't have 4 hours in a day.
It just makes you really appreciate like how great of a filmmaker he is or was. You know what I mean? Because Goodfellas, Casino,
Dude.
any of his hits, bro, they're all like the lowest amount you're looking is like 2.5 hours.
Right,
And
but
but you don't even care.
how many
You're lost in it.
movies can you put out that's on? At least one of your movies is on everybody's favorite movies of all time list.
Very rare.
At least one of your movies, like him and maybe Quentin Tarantino,
Yeah,
and you know, but he just has
That's
so
a
many
good point.
hits.
that's a
that-
good point.
The fact that he has so many great movies blows my mind. I was like looking at the shelf one day because I have a Martin Scorsese list, and I'm like, babe, look at all these movies. One man did all these movies. I mean, obviously there's a team that goes into it, but
Right.
like these are his babies. This is his life's work, and they're all fucking amazing.
If we're talking about my all-time top 10, he's got 2 spots on it.
Right,
For
exactly.
sure. Like before I don't even have to think about it. He's got
Mhm.
2 spots. Fuck, 3. 3 spots before I even have to think
Departed,
about it.
Goodfellas, and Casino.
Oh, dude, you know me too well, bro. You know me too fucking well. But yeah. And then I'd say the other 3 spots probably go to Quentin. And then the 2 of them go to Kevin Smith. I'm fucking out of movies already, bro. Fuck.
We'll do that one day. We'll do like a 25 because I think that's good enough for us.
Yeah,
that's
we
just
can cap
enough.
it off, yeah.
Right. Dude, we could do 100 and just
Oh,
be here
fucking
all
without
day.
even breaking a sweat, man. I could do 100 comedies that I love like that. Like, that's the crazy thing about it. We've
but-
seen so many fucking movies, bro.
Well, work on your list and we'll do it as like a special episode if we, for some reason, need to do one.
Oh, yeah, and before we go, man, if you ain't subscribed to Collector's Edition, get off your ass. It's just one button. Same thing with this, man. The show is great. People need to appreciate it more.
Yeah.
We need
Like,
more
subscribe,
subscribers.
and hit the little bell.
Yeah, like we don't do that. Maybe we should. We should be like the rest of those
Maybe,
assholes.
but
Because I started doing it on my collector videos, bro, and I feel like such a fucking ass kiss when I'm doing
Yeah,
it.
it does. It feels so contrived. Like,
But I do appreciate the fact that the people we do, even if it is 10 people,
right.
like people like Mick that are just good friends and are like, bro, I listen to every fucking episode. Like Steve-O, I listen to every fucking episode. Like, that's why I would do this shit. Like, that's why I do my collector videos.
The
you
thing
know?
is we would do this regardless of the mics,
Right.
but I figured
Right.
a lot of people like listening in on our conversations about the movies we watch, so fuck it.
I know, bro. And I love doing it, man. I'm so glad we're back.
Yeah, me too. And this is the movie that brought back Color Out of Space.
So there is something good that came out of this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still giving it a 3, though.
Yeah, that's fair.
But yeah, next time, bro. Last man standing. You're going to love it.
All right, till then.
Later.